Hello, grammarians. Hello, students. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Today, we will talk about run-ons, fragments, and sentences. Take a look at this. Okay. My day has been chaotic. I woke up tired and late. I arrived to work 30 minutes late. Sadly, I was written up by my boss. I tried to work harder than usual in order to impress my boss, but I ended up falling on the concrete and spilled a customer's drink all over his car. Miss Darlene, my boss, told me to go home early and rest. Today just wasn't my day. Okay, run-on sentence attack. Okay, so in this paragraph, we get the gist. Someone is not having a good day. Our protagonist spilt drink all over this customer's car, and Miss Darlene, the boss, decided to send our protagonist home. Even though we get the gist of this, we know what's going on, there isn't any punctuation. This is a major run-on sentence. From my day at the very beginning, there isn't any breaks all the way to the period at the very end. So that's why periods and punctuation in general is essential in order to have structure and order for a reader. So what exactly is a run-on sentence? A run-on sentence combines two or more independent clauses without proper punctuation or conjunctions. And in previous videos, we cover what exactly independent clauses are and what conjunctions are. So let's take a look at this example specifically. I went to a Mexican restaurant. I ordered a steak fajita. Well, I know what a Mexican restaurant is, and I sure know what steak fajitas are. So I went to a Mexican restaurant and I ordered a steak fajita. So here we have a run-on sentence. Two independent clauses kind of just smushed together. How do we fix that? I went to a Mexican restaurant, comma, and I ordered a steak fajita. So there's a pause, conjunction, I ordered a steak fajita. Okay, let's take a look at fragments. So a fragment is a dependent clause. It doesn't always have to be a dependent clause, but most of the time, and for the sake of learning what a fragment is, let's just focus on dependent clauses. And in a previous video, I also talked about what a dependent clause is. A fragment is an incomplete sentence. So, because of the snow. Okay, so because of the snow doesn't really tell us much. It just tells us something about the snow. Something happened or something will happen because of the snow. So, how do we fix that? Because of the snow, dependent clause, comma. So, dependent clause, and then over here, independent clause. Because of the snow, all after-school activities were canceled. Okay, so fragment tells us a little piece of info, but not a complete thought. Okay, let's take a look at these examples. Is it run-on, fragment, or sentence? So, I ran a mile. I am tired. Okay. I ran a mile. I am tired. That is a run-on sentence. So, run-on, how do we fix that? I ran a mile, so I am tired. Comma, conjunction. Maria is my classmate. Okay, we have a subject, Maria. Linking verb is my classmate. It tells us who Maria is. So it is a complete thought. There aren't two sentences running against each other. Fragments, not necessarily. So it is a sentence. Okay, number 3. Since the flight was canceled. Okay, since the flight was canceled, what? It tells us something's going on since the flight was canceled, but it's not a complete thought. So that's a fragment. Since the flight was canceled, okay, comma, I decided to explore the city during the evening. Okay, so we have a dependent clause, then we have an independent clause. So, since the flight was canceled alone is a fragment. All right, let's see. Number 4. It is supposed to rain today. Okay, so it is supposed to rain today. It is our subject. Something's going on. It is supposed to rain today. Well, it's not a run-on sentence because this is a complete thought. Fragment, no, it gives us the entire information. So it is a sentence here. Number 5. Happiness is a state of mind. Okay, happiness is a state of mind. Is it a run-on sentence? Happiness is a state of mind. No, it's a complete thought. The fragment, it's not a fragment because we're not asking a question. So happiness is a state of mind. That's a sentence. Let's see. Because of Lila's intense studying. Okay, so because of Lila's intense studying. Okay, because of Lila's intense studying what? So that most likely is a fragment. Fragment because it's given us partial information. It's a dependent clause, but we're scratching our heads because of Lila's intense studying. What? Because of Lila's intense studying, she went on to win the spelling bee. Well, great job, Lila. Okay, so we have dependent clause, independent clause. So because of Lila's intense studying alone, that's a fragment. And the final one, number 7. The driver drove to the movie theater. He parked in the parking lot. Okay, so is it a complete thought? Well, there are multiple thoughts here, multiple complete thoughts. It's not a fragment because we're not asking ourselves something. We know what's going on. So, because there are two complete thoughts smushed together, this is a run-on sentence. So how do we fix this run-on sentence? The driver drove to the movie theater, comma, and, comma, conjunction, and he parked in the parking lot. Okay. So now we have proper punctuation. Now it is a proper sentence, not a run-on sentence.